I can't believe I'm gonna be doing this, but I'm gonna be trying the Lady Gaga Oreos. Look at that, they're pink. Oh, and it has green filling. Let's see how they taste. As I was eating the Lady Gaga Oreos, I started to remember how, last summer when the song Rain on Me came out, my roommates played that song non-stop almost every single day, to the point where I know the lyrics to the song and I'm not even a Lady Gaga fan. I didn't ask for a free ride. I only asked you to show me a real good time. They basically taste like a golden Oreo. Hello everyone, how's everybody doing? So for today's video, it's gonna be like a Q&A. Over in my Instagram, I asked people what type of video do you want to see this week, and I got a lot of responses, so I'm gonna be answering some of those questions. The first question I got is, show us your master chambers, aka the puppet shack, aka your sewing room. Okay, let's check out my sewing room. If you remember, my sewing desk used to be facing that wall, now it's facing this one, and I installed a light fixture so it can light up the desk. And over here we have pictures of Minnie Mouse. This is my Tokyo Minnie Mouse appreciation wall. These pictures are sent by my friend Jama. I love him because he sends me a bunch of Tokyo Disney merch, like those banners over there. So there's my mini wall, and there's my sewing machines. Here's my Singer, and there's my serger. And over here we have my Disney wall full of pictures of memories, and every picture has a story. Even that picture, that's my favorite picture, by the way. That's where I keep my threads, my scissors, and right over here we have some shelves. They're kind of unorganized, but over here I keep a lot of my patterns, a lot of things that I use often, like my tools. There's tape, and yeah, here I keep my bobbins, and inside this mini cup I have my arm rods, and over here I have a bottle of yellow slime, and up here we have Kermit the Frog. My friend Raisa drew that for me, so thank you, Raisa, I love it. And over here on this shelf, this is where I mainly keep my puppets. And let's just take a moment and look at Mr. Johnson. Look at him. Oh my god, it looks like he had too many Oreos or something. Waiter! So there's where I keep my puppets, and on these bins it's just spare fabrics. There's my vacuum forming machine, my extra serger, so fabrics over here. On this side, here's a puppet rack that is mounted to the wall. There's Rod, there's Lucy, there's Richard, there's Dave. I finally finished Dave. Foam, polyfill, that's where I keep a lot of patterns, and that's a share. Here's a Tokyo Disney calendar. Unfortunately, I don't have the 2021, but this is the 2021. This is the 2020 version. And over here, here's a rack where I keep a bunch of projects. These shirts don't fit me anymore, and I'm gonna be turning them into face masks for myself. Here is a picture signed by, oh my god, Belle. I forgot her, Paige O'Hara. She voiced Belle in the movie. Here's my dress form, and here is my table. Don't pay attention to that mess over there. Actually, a client ordered a Wicked Witch of the West hat, so I'm making that for him. There's Kate Monster. There's my ironing board, and over here there's my certificate. Here's my characters Saul and Millie, and there's Saul over there, and that's it. Oh, I hit this. Oh, sorry. There's my sewing room. And hopefully you enjoyed the tour. Keto update. For those of you who may not know, I started keto a few months ago, and I started recording my process on videos. Unfortunately, I didn't continue making keto videos because I noticed that a lot of my viewers didn't really care for keto updates, so I stopped doing them. But just because I stopped making the videos didn't mean I stopped doing keto. I started keto last October, and when I started keto, I weighed 196 pounds. And it's been 15 weeks of me doing keto, and right now I weigh 152 pounds. and it's been an amazing journey. I feel better. I got rid of the weight that I wanted to lose. My eating habits, my eating patterns has drastically changed. If you guys really want to see a more detailed video about my keto journey, let me know, and I can include you things that I eat, things that I don't eat anymore, some recipes that I've been doing. So let me know. But yeah, in 15 weeks, I have lost 44 pounds just by doing keto and just watching what I eat. Rank the Muppet movies. Okay, let's begin with number 8, The Muppets. This is my least favorite Muppet film. When I saw it, I was very disappointed. This is not my favorite. Number 7, we have Muppets from Space. This movie is not really that necessary, and plus the Muppets don't carry on the storyline of Gonzo being an alien, so basically this movie doesn't bring anything into the Muppet universe. Number 6, we have The Muppet Movie. The Muppet Movie is cute, but it's not really my favorite. The only thing I like about it is the opening scene with Rainbow Connection. Number 5, we have Muppets Treasure Island, and I have a confession to make. Prior to making this video, I had to watch Muppets Treasure Island because I haven't seen that movie in like 10 years, so I forgot about that movie, so I had to rewatch it just to So yeah, number 5, we have Muppet Treasure Island. At number 4, we have Muppets Most Wanted, and this movie is way better than the 2011 one. And I really like this movie. It's really cute. I like the songs, but there's only one scene that I didn't really like in the movie, and it was this one. The one with the green screen, like the horrible wall green screen. Like, yeah, this is terrible, but other than that, the whole movie, I love it. Number 3, we have The Muppets Christmas Carol. This is basically the best Christmas movie that ever existed, and I absolutely love it. Number 2, we have The Great Muppet Caper. I love this movie. I just think it's kind of cute and a little bit romantic, and I just love Lady Holiday. And number 1 is Muppets Take Manhattan. That is absolutely my favorite Muppet film. I wish it was on Disney Plus, but unfortunately Disney doesn't own Muppets Take Manhattan for some reason. But this is absolutely my favorite Muppet movie. I can watch it over and over and over again. I actually saw a meme that Muppets Take Manhattan is the original Ratatouille because of this scene with the rat cooking in the kitchen. So somebody said, this is the original Ratatouille. Let's move on. Talk about puppets and how to make the Rizzo the rat mechanism. Okay. Let's do it. I had so many people request I show how to make this mechanism, so here I go. I'm showing off the materials. You're gonna need wire rod, some pliers, scissors, thread, a tube or a straw, a ring, a tape, hot glue, and a mouth plate. I'm using cardboard for the material, but please use a different material for your mouth plate. Cardboard is not really professional, and now what I'm doing is I'm creating a hinge with a piece of duct tape. So I'm putting tape on both sides. I'm aligning the pieces of cardboard so when they close, it closes evenly. I'm adding the piece of tape to the other side, and I'm gonna make sure it hinges perfectly without any interference, and I'm gonna go ahead and snip the extra tape off the sides. There we go. See how it closes? You want it to be very loose. Let's put that to the side. Let's take our wire rod and let's get our pliers and bend it into an upside down L like that. And now we're gonna take our hot glue and we're gonna glue the L part of the rod into the top of the mouth plate. And you can see I'm just gluing it, make sure it's very centered, and I'm gonna take a piece of tape and I'm gonna secure it in place because we want that rod to stay still. We don't want that to move around or fall off. So a little bit of glue, a little bit of tape, and it's secured in place. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a ring, and then we're gonna take a piece of wire and have it stick it out. You know what I mean, kind of like a lollipop. Let's see. There we go, kind of like a lollipop, because we're gonna glue that to the bottom jaw, and we're gonna glue it again with the hot glue, and then we're gonna secure it with the tape. And this time, make sure that the ring is sticking out a little bit and it's not centered. Make it a little bit off-centered. And what we're gonna do now is, we're gonna be securing it because this ring that we're attaching to the lower jaw is what's gonna allow us to operate the mouth. So I'm taking a straw and I'm cutting it to about 5 inches or so. You cut it to the length that you need, and I'm gonna attach it to the rod with electrical tape. You can use hot glue, but the hot glue might melt the straw, so I'm just using electrical tape to attach it. And make sure when you're attaching the straw to the rod, you're attaching it to the side that is underneath the little ring on the lower mouth plate. There we go. We're gonna take some thread and we're gonna loop it through the ring of the lower jaw, and that's what's gonna do, is gonna create a hinge. So when we pull it, it's gonna close, see? Because gravity is just gonna make the lower jaw drop, and by pulling that string, it's gonna draw the mouth upwards. So basically you just pull the string and then boom, the mouth opens and closes. Then you're gonna drop the needle through the straw, and now you're gonna attach your ring. I'm using a plastic upholstery ring here. You can get them at Hobby Lobby or Joann's, but you can use any type of ring that you want. And there we go. That's how you make a wrist of the rat mechanism. And as you can see, here is the mechanism. This is a very simplified version of the mechanism, but hopefully this helps out. There's another way of doing it with a spring, but that has to be a really detailed video. But it's basically kind of like the same thing, but you just put a spring in here and then it keeps it closed. And then when you pull the string, it actually opens the mouth. So basically in this way, you're just letting gravity do the work. But yeah, hopefully this helps out. Next question. What was it like working with the Disney College Program cast members and working at ODV? Great question. So before COVID, Disney had the Disney College Program, which meant that cast members or kids, not kids, but young adults that are attending college can work from 4 months to 6 months up to a year at Disney. And it's basically like a paid internship, kinda. And there's many videos on the Disney College Program, but at Disney, they're called CPs, and working with them, it was really, really great. The only problem is they only stayed for about 4 or 6 months. So after their program was over, they left. Some of them stayed working for the company part-time or full-time, but most of the time they just left because it's kind of like an internship. And that was the only hard thing about it, working with the CPs. I miss them. Unfortunately, Disney is not doing the college program anymore because of COVID. Hopefully Disney brings it back. And working in ODV. So ODV is outdoor vending. And I used to sell outdoor foods at Disney Hollywood Studios. And currently I am not employed by Disney yet. I have hopes that Disney's gonna call me back. But I absolutely enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time working at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I mainly worked at Fantasmic. And I just have fun memories working at that place, and I really miss my job. I know a lot of cast members don't like to work in food and beverage, but I didn't mind it. I absolutely miss it, and I will give anything to return. And that's it for this video. That was the main questions that I got. Hopefully you guys find this video entertaining. Hopefully I answered all your questions, and if you have more questions, please write them or send them to me on Instagram. If you want to get a hold of me, again, Instagram is the best place to do so. Make sure to check out my TikTok. I'm constantly posting TikToks and videos on that app, and I absolutely love it. It's a great app. Go check out my TikTok. Also, I have a Patreon, so if you want to support this channel and support what I do, check out my Patreon. You don't have to join, but if you do, thank you very much. Everything helps. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. That's all I really have. Everyone, have a good day. I know there's gonna be somebody in the comments saying, Oreos aren't keto. Whatever. Later.